Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My dear students, today we're going to talk about Unit 2, Lesson 6, Workbook, page 12. Language practice. Exercise number 1. Complete this paragraph about migration with the words from the box. There are 2 extra words. The words we have are foreign, minor, reside, migration, famine, major, migrated, seek, migrants, obliterated. Now, let's check our answers. The word migration has acquired negative connotation. It's used to describe people escaping wars, famine, poverty, and natural disasters. Some people believe that migrants enjoy welfare benefits while making only minor contributions in return. However, many people leave secure homes and jobs for an uncertain life in foreign lands where they seek a better understanding of people of different races and different faiths. That's certainly how Islam sees migrations, and migration is of major importance since the Islamic calendar, the Hijrah, begins with the migration of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, from Mecca to Medina. From Islam's earliest days, Muslims have migrated to distant lands, bringing with them learning, scholarship, culture, and cuisine. Now, exercise number 2. Choose the correct words to complete these sentences. Let's check the answers now. Some human activities are destroying the natural world. Sentence B, unemployment is falling as more people find permanent work. C, average earnings are expected to double in the next 10 years. D, it has been a disastrous year for the tea industry. Storms caused damage to most of the crop. The civil war killed many ordinary people in Spain in the 1930s. The civil war killed many ordinary people in Spain in 1930s. Exercise number 3. Complete the following sentences with words from the box, adding to them the correct prefix. There is 1 extra word and 1 extra prefix. Let's answer now. Aisha knows a lot of French words, but she tends to mispronounce them. Fahd was dissatisfied with the service at the hotel. He should have complained to the manager. Sentence C. It's a multinational organization. Are you sure you have never heard of it? Sentence D. Did you review your work before submitting it to the teacher? Sentence E. Peace and order were finally restored after the massive earthquake. Now, let's go to exercise number 4. Complete the missing parts of this dialogue with one of the following expressions. We have some expressions like I remember feeling That was 30 years old. What about your house? I'll never forget that day. 2 days later, the first thing I did. So now let's check the answers. Sammy, Grandpa, have you lived in this city all your life? Grandpa, no, we haven't. We moved into this area in 1979. So, yes, that was 30 years ago. Sammy, and you still remember that date? Grandpa, of course. In fact, I never forget that day. Grandpa, a huge earthquake hit our city and everyone had to run away, leaving all their belongings. Your dad was at university by that time. And the first thing I did was to go and pick him up. Grandpa, I remember feeling extremely worried that I might find the whole university destroyed. Fortunately, the earthquake didn't reach that area. Sammy, what about your house? Grandpa, our house was badly damaged. 2 days later, we moved into this house. So now let's move to workbook page 13. Here we have the grammar assistant about the past perfect. I'd like you to study this grammar assistant well. So now exercise number 5. Using the past simple or the past perfect form of the verbs in brackets. Complete the story of a family who left England to live in Kuwait. Now let's check our answers. 1975, my family emigrated from England by air. 8 hours later, we arrived in Kuwait. My mother had been worried about the plane journey as she's scared of flying. But there was no turbulence and she slept during the trip. In Kuwait, my family resided in a lovely apartment, which was provided by my father's new job. My father ran an engineering firm that built skyscrapers. We went to an international school and attended school with the children from all over the world. At first, it was difficult getting used to being away from home, but we all worked hard to fit in and the locals were very friendly. In 1986, my family and I returned to England, but I had loved my time in Kuwait. I had learned so much about an interesting culture, and I had made so many good friends. Now, exercise number 6. Match a sentence from list A with another from list B. Then complete the sentences with two verbs, one in the past simple and the other in the past perfect. Now let's check the answers. Sentence A. I went to the doctor's this morning. I had felt ill during the night. List B, 5. I had dreamt of visiting China for many years. Last year, I spent 2 months there. List B, 6. Sentence C. My sister and her husband moved into a new flat at the weekend. Before that, they had lived with her husband's parents. List B1. Sentence D. My father retired last year. He had worked for the same company all his life. List B3. Sentence E. I wasn't surprised that he fell asleep at the wheel of his car. He had driven nearly 1,000 kilometers without a break. List B, 2. Sentence F. He had looked for work for only 2 weeks. Then, yesterday, he was offered 2 jobs. List B, 4. The closure of today's lesson. Exercise number 7. Rewrite the sentences following the instructions in the brackets. Let's now check the answers. Sentence A. You've never lived outside Kuwait. Add a question tag. The answer is, have you? Sentence B. Ahmad packed his bags as soon as he heard the news. Make it passive. The answer is, Ahmad's bags were packed as soon as the news was heard. Sentence C. Muhammad should have waited for his aunt to pick him up. Make it negative. The answer is, Muhammad shouldn't have waited for his aunt to pick him up. Sentence D. Fadia had worked on the project all by herself. Make it a question. The answer is, who had worked on the project all? E. Deforestation causes the migration of lots of animals. Make it passive. The answer is, the migration of lots of animals is caused by deforestation. Thank you, my dear students, for your listening. See you soon and goodbye.